All right, happy Friday. Welcome to my channel. It's Friday. We're doing another episode, and we're going to be doing some episodes on opening a new office. What businesses need to know about opening a new office. A lot of times businesses don't think about this until 2 weeks before they need to move. Their lease is ending. They need to have a place to move. So we're going to talk about what it takes to open up an office, and you're going to learn a lot from this. Don't forget to subscribe and to like the channel. And if you have any comments, put them down below, and we will do our best to answer them. All right, let's get started. All right, so it happens like this. This happens in the real world. We see this all the time. This is the time that we meet a lot of clients when people are opening a new office or they're moving to a new office. It's a time of change that can be very good for a company, or it can be very bad for a company. So we like to talk to our customers 6 months before they're going to move into an office. So if you are your lease is ending, or if you are opening a brand new office in a new city, these are some of the things that you're going to want to think about beforehand. And we will get into the IT part of it later on, but a lot of times you have to get your office first and know where you're going to answer some of the questions about what it is in IT that you're going to need. So let's talk about opening a new office. Many people say this. Number one, in real estate, location, location, location. Same thing goes with when you open a new office. You want your office to be close to home, so you can go in. Maybe you need to go in on the weekends. Maybe you want to stay late at night, or you have to stay late at night. You want to be able to go as quickly as possible back and forth to the office. And anytime you save on that drive, it's time that you get to spend with your family or friends or doing other fun stuff. So you want it to be close to your office. You want to live close to your office so that you can get to the office quickly and it doesn't take you a long time. The other thing is you want it to be easy on your employees. You want the office to be centrally located for your employees to get to. If your employees are driving 2 hours or an hour and a half to get to your office, guess what? They're going to find someplace that's closer to their home so that they don't have to drive as far. So look for offices that are close to rail, close to bus, and centrally located on freeways. So location is very important, and you want to pick a nice area. You want to pick a professional area. You want to get the most bang for your buck, as I say. It's going to be close to your employees, so can they get there easily? Here's one that people don't think about, but I think about all the time. Good office, bad office, the difference usually comes down to what restaurants are available, walking distance. What kind of variety are you going to get on when you go to lunch? I know it sounds a little weird. People don't think about it, but it is one of the determining factors of a great office or a not great office is the restaurants. You are going to want to look about 6 months prior to actually moving. You're going to want to go out and you're going to want to see what the market is. You're not going to be able to sign the deal. You're going to lose some great places that you saw coming by. You're going to see some amazing offices that you're like, I want to sign this, but it's 6 months out and I'm still on my lease today. So you only are going to have a small window of when you can actually move. And it's about a 2 or 3 month window usually where you're going to be paying your lease or your rent on both places for a short period of time. So it can't be 6 months, it can't be a year. It has to be ideally 1 month. 2 months is a really good thing to look for so that you can be setting up the office ahead of time, because what's going to ultimately happen is you're going to want to move on a weekend. Let's first talk about, or the second thing we're going to talk about is the cost. And here's another thing, when you're looking at offices, you're only going to be looking at what's the cost per square foot. What's the cost per square foot? It's 1,000 square feet. It's $3 a square foot. It's $3,000 a month, right? Wrong. Because you have to think about parking. it is always cost per square foot times the number of square feet plus how much you have to pay on a monthly basis for your parking. If you find an office that includes parking spaces with it, that is gold. That is money, that is free money for you that you don't have to spend on parking. Here in Los Angeles, we pay $400 a month per parking space. In Los Angeles, in downtown Los Angeles, it can be $600, it can be $700. Times the number of employees you have, hey, it adds up quick. You have to pay it on a monthly basis, and that's cost of your monthly, that's the price of your monthly cost that you have to pay every single month to keep your office open. So when we look here, the real cost is your cost per square foot plus the cost per employee that you have to pay for parking per month, plus internet services. Internet services is usually the third largest line item on your monthly bill. And it is very determinant about how good of office this is going to be. People don't understand this. Internet services are building by building. Let me grab some water here. So when you go and move into a building, you might have 3 different places that you're looking at. What you want to do is you want to contact somebody who is an internet reseller. You don't need to go directly to the companies. You need somebody who can give you quotes for any service that's available at that address. And this is what we do for our clients. We go out and we give them free quotes and say, this address, this address, this address. I want to know, do they have standard cable internet services there? Because they're usually the best bang for the buck. Is fiber available? Because ultimately you want to have fiber at that location. Worst case scenario, is microwave available at that location? So it's usually in that order. Is cable access there? Is fiber access there? What would it take to get microwave services in there? And you should be able to look at those. If you're comparing 3 different places, you're like, well, the cost per square foot is this much. I like the location. We come back and do a quote, and it literally might be a difference of thousands of dollars per month, depending on what services are available. We've been in many locations where fiber is not available. It might be 9 months before you would be able to get fiber services in there. So you would have to have some sort of cable internet service provider supporting that office building to be able to get the services you need when you open up the office. Many times we have to have an interim plan of what the office opens up for, and there's a period of time that it runs on that interim service until the final production services come in for that office. So that's the cost. The cost is price per square foot plus parking plus the services that you use on a monthly basis. So add that up. Compare the prices, compare the locations. Now the last thing that we usually look at, number 3, is availability. Okay? So in the availability is a lot of times you're going to see places that are available today, and those landlords want to sign the deal today. So you want to go out and get yourself familiar with the market. You want to go look at these places. Look as many places as you can, whether you like it or you don't like it. If it meets it's in a good location, it's in the right class of building that you want, it seems to have good parking. A lot of times what happens is like you go over to the property and they say, well, maybe this space isn't open yet, but we're building out this new area that's going to be open in 3 or 4 months. That might be a perfect thing for you. And we really did find, when we moved into this building, we found that we went out and we found the buildings that we wanted to be in, and we just waited until the right size space came along for us. And it was really about the availability and getting a space, since it's cost per square foot, of enough space, not too much square space, but enough space for us to move into and be comfortable and be happy. So again, thank you very much for watching our channel today. Don't forget to subscribe. Please like, please leave comments. We're always really excited to hear what you have to say. And we're going to be doing more episodes on what it takes to actually open an office. The next one is going to be about talking about getting the office set up with all the services a month in advance, so that when you move, you can move on a Friday and start working on Monday. My name is Peter Jobst. Thanks for watching my channel. Have a great weekend. Thanks.